Hey, what's up guys? Arwoht here and welcome to another video where we are going through Season of Discovery runes for priests. First one we have on the list is Void Plague. Afflicts the target with a disease that causes a certain amount of shadow damage over 18 seconds. So this is just another dot that can be used by shadow priests but also by discipline and holy priests. Just another damaging spell. It goes into your chest slot, so it will help out with some damage during leveling, and probably all the shadow priests will use this rune for PvE and probably for PvP as well. It has a low cooldown. We just have to see how much damage will this actually do. Next one is Serendipity. Healing with Flash Heal reduces the cast time of your next lesser heal, greater heal, or prayer of healing by 20% for 20 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Just another boost to your healing, stacking up to 3 times. This means that you can cast like 3 flash of heals and then maybe use a big great heal, as it will be reduced by, the cast time will be reduced by 60%. Just an additional nice boost to your healing. Strength of Soul, lesser heal, greater heal, and flash heal reduce the remaining duration of weakened soul on targets they heal by 4 seconds. I feel like this is the stronger option than Serendipity. However, if you have fights where you expect a big burst of damage, then you can kind of stack it up and then start casting greater heal on your tank. As soon as that big burst of damage hits your tank, you can heal it back to full. Strength of Soul is just overall a good option, and I feel like it would be like a default option for healing priests, and this may actually make Discipline even a bit more viable. Twisted Fate, Mind Flay and Mind Blast deal 20% increased damage to targets afflicted with your Shadow Word Pain. Just this additional boost to Shadow Priest damage. Power Ward Barrier summons a holy barrier to protect all party members at the target location for 10 seconds, reducing all damage taken by 25 and prevent damage from delaying spellcasting. A great raid and even party in dungeons defensive ability. This will make Priest Toolkit so much stronger, as you don't have that much AoE healing. So instead of, everyone taking damage and then you healing one target at a time, you will be able to put down a barrier and then prevent potential raid wipes. Next we have Shared Pain. Your Shadow Word Pain now also afflicts up to 2 additional nearby targets within 15 yards. Shadow Priest kind of struggled with AoE damage. Now this will help a lot because you will be dotting up to 3 targets at a time. This won't help with early game, as early game usually mobs die super fast, unless that's something that will be changed in Season of Discovery, but it wasn't teased up yet, at least for the dungeons. Now for raids, maybe it will be a bit different. However, as soon as we are able to get to level 40 plus, this will definitely be used by all Shadow Priests, at least for dungeons. Homunculi or homunculi or whatever the hell that is. Break off splinters of your soul to animate 3 miniature copies of yourself that attempt to attack your current target with a mace, sword, and axe, reducing the attack speed, attack power, and armor respectively of any target they hit. I'm not really sure when is this supposed to be used on a 2-minute cooldown. This seems like more of a healer spell, even though that it's kind of a purple background, which would resemble it to be like a Shadow Priest spell. Maybe some Shadow Priests will be using this. However, this is all utility, all defensive. You just use Homunculi. Your copies attack the boss, they reduce the attack speed, which helps you heal the tank. Also attack power and armor, which means that rest of your raid will be doing more damage to the boss. So a great utility, also defensive option that will be probably used by a lot of healing priests. Next one we have is Prayer of Mending. Places a spell on the target that heals them for a certain amount of health the next time they take damage or receive healing. When the heal occurs, Prayer of Mending jumps to a party or raid member within 20 yards, jump up to 5 times and lasts 30 seconds after each jump. This spell can only be placed on one target at a time. Overall good healing spell, maybe decent in PvP. How will it work on PvE? I'm not really sure, since you will have limited, runes that you can put on your legs. You can have only one at a time. So I don't see this as a strong option as some others that we already seen. Especially since in raids you cannot choose, I don't think, to what party or raid member this prayer of mending will jump to. So it's kind of RNG, and it doesn't feel like necessary that you really need a spell like this on a 10-second cooldown. You can rather use something like Homunculi that's uh, your oh shit button that you can use, and then you just use regular healing. Next one we have is Penance. Launches a volley of holy light at the target, causing certain amount of holy damage to an enemy or healing to an ally, instantly and every 1 second for 2 seconds. So pretty much how Penance worked in later expansions. You either do damage or healing. I feel like Penance will be your default choice. Every priest likes Penance. I don't know if there are any priests that don't like this option. I see this being used in PvE, in PvP, while leveling. Just overall, really nice spell. Mindseer causes an explosion of shadow magic around the enemy target, causing certain amount of damage every 1 second for 5 seconds to all enemies within 10 yards around the target. AoE for Shadow Priests, not much to say there. Maybe in some dungeons when you know that you don't really need additional healing, some of the Holy or Discipline Priest will be picked mines here. However, this is just nice boost to a priest's AoE damage. Circle of Healing heals all of the target's player party members within 15 yards of the target player for certain amount of health. 6-second cooldown, 40-yard range, simple AoE heal, nothing much to add there. And then Shadow Ward Death, a ward of direct binding that inflicts a certain amount of shadow damage to the target. If the target is not killed by Shadow Ward Death, the caster takes damage equal to the damage inflicted upon the target. So this is something that will be used as an execute. It will help to all priests for leveling. However, this will be one of the main options in PvP, especially for Shadow Priests. This will help you against mages, against rogues. If you not really that much against rogues, because you cannot, it is really hard to understand when rogue may blind you. However, for polymorph, you see that cast bar, you see that mage casting actually polymorph, you can see when it's going to land on you, so you can actually get out of the sheep with Shadow Word. That this is overall strong DPS ability for Shadow Priests, and when it is combined with one of your first talents in a Shadow Tree that gives you increased spirit for that mana region after you kill something, you can pretty much use Shadow Word that as an execute and then start recharging your mana. Just overall good damaging ability for priests. Alright, that would be all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.